Now, I am by no means an expert. I'm just gonna put that out there. I am still actively growing my channel. I have been actively growing my channel, well, not actively. What is up, YouTube? It is your girl Yoga by Biola here with the new YouTube video. Before we get started in this video, please make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can join the family, and let's get right on into it. So as y'all can see by the title, this video is in request. It's due to a request that I've gotten from a few subscribers asking me to do a video about how to start a YouTube yoga channel for Black yogis. So I'm here to deliver. I've been building this YouTube channel up for 4 years. I started it 4 years ago, took a little hiatus and then got back to it, but I just want to put it out there that I'm not an expert. Just like many of you, I'm still a novice learning and growing my channel actively. I want to put it out there. Take my advice as a grain of salt. It is authentic advice that is going to help you along your journey, and I'm hoping that you can begin to learn from some of the mistakes that I made. So today I will be going over 8 tips to help you start your yoga YouTube channel. Here we go. Tip number 1, talk about it. Talk about it. Okay? Something about the African American community. We feel like if we're going to be doing something, keep it under wraps. Don't let anybody know. And I'm here to tell you, cut that myth off right now. The more you talk about it, the more you're going to be about it. So when you start posting videos on YouTube, share that ish. Share it on all of your social platforms. Share it on your IG. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on your Twitter. Share it on your Pinterest. Share, 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 share. Don't feel embarrassed about letting people know that you are doing this work and that you're passionate about it. When I first started my YouTube channel, it was really nonchalant. I really did it to cultivate community and just to do a free offer for folks. I really was not aware that YouTube was even a platform that I could eventually monetize, honestly, but I was still really not that committed to building it. So the more I started to share it, the more I really became committed to being about it and building with intention and purpose. Number 2 is cultivate a niche audience. What I mean by that is YouTube is super saturated. So if you're doing this to really begin to cultivate an audience and cultivate a community, you really want to be specific as to who it's for. I focus on yoga and lifestyle videos that honor the experience of people of color or the African American community. So that's a really unique niche. You want to keep it niche because YouTube is such a large pool of information. It's the second largest search engine in the entire world, basically. So there's a lot of people and there's a lot of content out there. If you want your content to be seen, the more niche it is, the more visible it is. If you're watching this video, I'm guessing you are wanting to create a niche audience around creating yoga-based YouTube content. So start there. Number 3, serve your niche community. What tends to happen when people start a YouTube video, they start a YouTube, they post a video, that video didn't get a lot of hits. So they post another one, maybe in the same niche, that one doesn't really do that well. And then they start to veer off to these other random niches to see what's going to work. And YouTube is a really slow build and progression. Like I said, I've been here for 4 years. 4. And I'm just now starting to feel traction on my channel, and it's still very low traction. So don't be deterred from your niche. Stay committed to your niche and serve the community that you have actively. Your community is going to really notice how committed you are to creating content around your niche offering. And they were going to really start to pour into you and go to you for that specific offering. So continue to serve your niche. Number 4, consistency. And this is where I went awry, honey. Like I said, I started my channel 4 years ago. I started it with no direction in mind. I started it not being aware that YouTube was a place to make money. I wasn't even cognizant of that. Because I didn't really have a direction or a focus, I poured in a few videos. I can't even tell you. You can look back and see when I dropped off. But I was creating content consistently or somewhat consistently. That consistency dwindled till I dropped off the face of the earth for a good year. But then she came back, honey. When I'm recording these videos and I'm practicing with you, that's my personal practice. It's my time to be on the mat and to practice as well. And I knew I needed it. I was craving being on my mat so much. When the pandemic hit, it was not only an opportunity for me to recommit to my practice, but I knew it was also an opportunity for you to commit to your practice as well. And I really dedicated myself to being consistent for myself, but also for the community that I had built. And when you're building a YouTube channel and you are really specific about a vision and a direction, consistency is going to be your #1 thing. Consistency is how your community is going to recognize that you're showing up for them consistently, as well as the YouTube algorithm is going to know that you're showing up and sharing your videos consistently on a specific date and a specific time. If you always are uploading on Mondays or Wednesdays or Thursdays, the algorithm is so finely tuned that it will recognize that and it will rank your videos higher because it knows that you're consistently posting content. So be consistent. Boom. #5, set yourself up for success. What I mean by that is don't do too much. Don't do too much in the beginning. Letting your community know right up front, hey, you can expect a new video from me once every 2 weeks or once every week. Really choosing a date and a time frame for you that you want to post and sticking to that and not doing too much, but really setting yourself up for success in the beginning. So it's easy to maintain and to consistently stick with that schedule. #6. Ensure that you're able to teach at a high skill level. You can't just be on here doing a few stretches calling it yoga. Ooh, she said it. She said it. You want to make sure that you've developed your skills as a teacher to a level where you're able to teach at a high degree. There's going to be a lot of people who are following you or who are coming to you for videos, especially when it comes to the African American or POC community, looking for yoga for different things, and you want to make sure that you can fit their needs, and you want to make sure that you can guide them through a practice safely. Yoga is more than telling people how to move their bodies. You want to understand anatomy, you want to understand creative and thorough and intelligent sequencing. You want to be able to teach confidently and cue them in a way that feels natural for their body, that doesn't feel aggressive, that takes into account different genders and body types, that doesn't discriminate. You want to really make sure that you are teaching at a high level, especially when it's through video. It's super important. You're still cultivating safe space even though you're doing it virtually, and that is a really key factor at being a teacher on YouTube, and also being a teacher for the African American community, POC community, who are a lot of the times new to traveling onto their yoga mats. You want to make sure that you can guide them through their bodies in a way that allows them to feel safe. Tip #7, you want to make sure that you have branding that pops. Now, I am still learning this. I've changed my branding so much, specifically when it comes to those thumbnails. Honey, those thumbnails are extremely important. They have to be clear, they have to be crisp, they have to show your body, show what they're going to get in the video, and you want them to also be consistent. You want to really make sure that they're legible, that people can read them. I've changed my thumbnail formats quite a few times because I get really attracted to like pretty cursive words, and cursive words don't always read legibly in that small format that is the thumbnail. Learn from my mistakes. You really want to try to keep everything looking consistent and thematic throughout your entire channel. Find your style and stick with it. Tip #8, Last and final tip, you want to learn how to film and edit videos and content. There are different platforms that are really accessible, that are easy for you to learn and begin to do this. One is iMovie. I still currently use iMovie to edit all of my filming and to edit all of my content, and I will be utilizing iMovie until I'm a pro at editing. You also want to find just a really simple, good camera. That could be your phone in the beginning. I use an XSI Canon Rebel, which is a little bit clunkier, but it's what I have, and it provides really great video, so it's what I'm sticking to. But whatever you can use to film crisp, clear videos, whether that be on your phone, if you have an iPhone or an Android that you're able to film high quality content with, you can use that in the beginning as well. Those are 8 tips that you can begin to utilize to start your YouTube yoga channel for Black Yogis right now. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, go ahead and hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow your girl on the gram at Yoga by Biola. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that link below to join us for the Return to Self 7-day course launching August 17th. Super excited to go through this course with you guys. So make sure you go ahead and put your email down there once you click the link to join us. And I'll see you right back here in the hot seat or on the mat in a hot second.